Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today it's into the flagship. It's Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. This is our Let's Play against the Soviet AI. And it all comes down to this. We're going to turn the turn, and I think if we can get past this check, we're in pretty decent shape. We may have judoed ourselves into a victory eventually. I mean, there's still a lot to go before we could claim victory, but if we can get past this check, I think we stand a pretty damn good chance. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to play it till the end. You know I will. Hi, John Chappell. Hey, David Bartello. How are you? Now, I said this is the flagship because the station is growing so fast. I say the station. What is this, like WKRP? I don't know. But the station's growing so fast because of games like Distant Worlds 2 coming out, Old World. If you haven't checked those out, they're great 4X games. I only want to play the best games here as far as just featured games where we actually play, full playthroughs, and those are certainly some of the best games ever made. I can say that confidently about Old World. Distant Worlds 2, we're just getting into it, but it certainly looks that way and feels that way. The same lead shepherd over at Matrix that did this game also was the lead guy on Distant Worlds 2. So you got to assume there's some quality happening there. Hi, Peter Claus. How are you? Hi, Anthony. Did I already say hi, Anthony? I don't know. If I didn't, hello again. I've got the Strategy Gaming Dojo hat on. Oh, thank you, everyone, for the support. That was kind of the point of that whole thing. But and also to say it all started with this game, War in the East 2. That's when this channel started taking off. And because this is a fantastic game, and it's because of all of you guys too. Hi, Kalo. Kalo was one of the early adopters. So anyway, what are we going to do this time? Well, we're definitely going to turn the turn, but we're going to start all the way in the south down in the Crimea. We're going to move back up towards the Pripyat marshes, which are in the news nowadays, right? The Pripyat River, Chernobyl, Kiev, East Kiev, the very dangerous East Kiev. I said I wasn't going to joke about that again. I don't joke about it. It is actually quite dangerous right now, indeed. But you can also see the problems of taking Kiev in the current situation. If you don't have good logistics, it's tough to get across those rivers. The old Dnieper will get in your way. Okay, so let's do it. Let's just jump on the map and get right down to it. If we're going to turn the turn, we got stuff to do. If we're going to start in the Crimea, that actually means starting in Romania because we got to go make sure that everything Romanian that we need moved, we're moving. We've got the Mountain Romanian Corps here. Um, Okay, these guys actually rebuilt a little bit. Well, I lied. Okay, we looked anyway, but let's head back over here. Now, this has stayed, this situation out at the Kerch has stayed. Constantly, Kalo wants me to take a step out here, so let's do it. Just see what's around. Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, now we'll take a step back. So now we know the Soviets have something over here, but we got a big question mark. We don't know what. We do see that they have a fort level 3 and a fort level 3, though, so that's good to know. So this headquarters, second Romanian, for some reason he's not doing very well when it comes to supply, but these guys are doing, well, they're doing okay. They're doing better than their headquarters. The headquarters goes back here to 4th Romanian Army, and then we brought a second Romanian ID in here, right? Because we've got some things we've got to replace. And so let's get out here and look at the Italians. They withdraw next turn. Boo. I'm going to lose some Italians. Well, the quality of food is going to go down over here, although I don't know. Romanian food's probably okay. Um, well, we got to take that off the ship. We know that much. Could we throw it on a train? Well, we can. Do we want to throw it on a train? No, not really. Uh, well, we can't. I thought that was built. Hold on. Green, 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 green. I guess he just doesn't have enough strategic points to even get on the train. Okay, well, we're just going to move him then. Let's get that off the rail. And he is going to have to book it up here because that's right. I'm from the 80s. I said book it. Do, 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 do. Three. Did this all work out last time? That's something we didn't really look at. This did get some freight, it looks like, a little bit. Now it's in red, meaning it sent some out, but it's not showing it received any. I think that's because we flew in freight here and then it pushed it out. But it doesn't look like any moved on the rail here, although it's saying here that it did send some out. We're getting conflicting signals. Let's see. Received 4405, stored 4527, sent out 3072. It used a lot of trucks. I mean, it's always going to send out some, right? Because it'll send it out with the trucks. I was hoping it would send some by rail, but it does not appear that it did. If it's not going to send any out by rail, we're going to turn that up to a 4. But I don't think we really had a supply problem out here. 77, not great. This is the worst unit we have over here. We've got these two Romanian units that look okay. I tell you, I was trying to think of a good word for it. I mean, I guess they look all right. Um, 14th Romanian's going all the way back. Okay, let's put them under Corne. That's the 11th. Okay. So they're going to go into the 11th Romanian Corps. Okay. And Corne is actually a pretty damn good general for a Romanian. Let's see if he can get any support units. Now, we just can't get any over here. It makes sense, right? It'd be very hard to go, to send over support units here. And so, since we're kind of cut off from, let's call it the mainland, we're not getting any over here. Well, these Italians, I think we got to switch places here, right? Because this unit's going to have to jump up here next turn, but I think the Romanians have to go there because when the Italians withdraw, I mean, I guess next turn, right? They wouldn't withdraw until our logistics phase, is my guess. Probably, right? They're not going to withdraw before the Soviet turn because the Soviet turn is still turn 93. They withdraw on 94. So, but I'm going to go ahead and put this here anyway. I think that's fine. Let's look here. We've got 77, 85. Their TOEs are 61 and 50. That's not good. Okay. We have another unit that came in here, 5th Romanian ID on the ships. Let's get him off the ships. He can start heading up this way as we start trying to replace Italians that are withdrawing and units that just aren't in very good shape. Now, 3rd Mountain is looking a lot better, actually. 72 on the TOE. What is this? This command is still under Hollett. Hollett's pretty good general to have out here, but we may need a pretty good general. The Romanian under Corne, as I said, Corne is the best, really, of the Romanian generals. 292nd ID. I had sit it back here on refit, but it's not getting anything. So I think I'm going to put that on the boats and bring it over. Let's hope it doesn't hit hit some kind of submarine turbulence. Nope, he gets over there, and now we'll take him. Oh, he needs 130 to get off the ships. He had 129. Well, of course he did. He's going to have to sit there for a turn. Now he's out of there. So we've got the army there. Just looking here. Army Group South is what this is going back to. 44 of 45. Well, that works just barely. Just barely. We don't really have an army group it could go back to because 6th Army's already overstacked, right? So we can't go back there. So we're going to have to sit as we are right now. Under Corne, when it comes to the Romanians, no, I'm sorry. Those Romanians are under Hollett. That's fine. I mean, we want as much into the German command as we can get. And then the Romanians go boom, boom, boom. Okay? And then when these Romanians come up, we're going to take some of this out. We'll maybe take this guy out. We'll see. But I think this all sets up just fine for now. For this turn, anyway, we've got level 2 forts kind of at the choke points. We need a level 2 fort there. I'd like to have one anyway. Maybe this new construction value in here at a 27 will get us there. It says, how close are we to a level 1 or a level 2 fort? I'm sorry. Only 12%. Well, it would take a couple of turns. Okay. Now then, let's go down here. Okay, that's Romanian High Command. We don't have any movable Hungarians. Um, but we do have these two divisions that actually aren't the worst divisions in the world. I think what I'm going to do is this. Let's put him on move. Let's take the mountain division and let's move him back over here to the coast. Boy, he's in bad shape though. Well, I said that. His TOE is not bad. I guess, okay. I guess there's only 5,000 men in a Romanian command. Is that right? I don't know. It appears to be right. This is Avramescu. He's not very good, but we don't have enough points to replace him. And I'm going to put these other two back here in town, and I'm going to put them on refit. And I'm just going to let them sit here. If we need them over in the Crimea, we've got them. Okay? And then, gosh, I wish this could get off the ship. I want him to refit this time because I would send him back out there maybe. But if I get the Romanians out there, maybe I'll bring him up this way. Okay, that's enough for the Crimea. Let's go to the comments. Hey, McCall, what's going on? James Norton is here. Big Head Valley. Good to see all you guys. Hey, Nord. Yeah, Viking. And GD are not looking good. Raspberry Jam sounds fantastic, by the way. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I like the sound of it. Okay, let's. So we're just going to leave them there for now. See what happens. What did we bring in here? So we have a brand new division right down here in Bessarabskaya. Wow, I think I hit that on the first time. Bessarabskaya. Okay, I'm just entertaining myself here. Anyway, let's go down here. 34th Corps. He's at 11 of 9. He's got too much, but it's going to have to persist for one more turn. Now, I did bring this headquarters. I say that. Is that true? He could just take these two, but we got a withdrawer here. So 94th ID, very unfortunately, because it's got 17,100 men in it. And wow, 299th stinks. Well, luckily he's going to stick around for one more turn, and he is strong here. Now, okay, he's got all of these. Next turn, we got to make sure we take these out. Although I do think that they would slough off. You guys can tell me. With that, when this withdraws, I do not think it takes the support units with it. I think they would end up back at OKH or they would end up back in the reserves. I'm just not sure about that, and I don't want to say that I am. But we certainly don't want them to go over to the Western Front or wherever the heck this division is going, the 94th. So that would be worth knowing. Worth knowing. That kind of changes my idea on this command. Then I was going to take it out from under Grossner, one of these two stacks, and give it to this. Who is this, by the way? Who are you? You look like an accountant. It's Herman Brith, 765, 7 and 6, so he could take some mech if needed. Sixth Army, as I said, is at 29 of 27. Okay, let's keep that as is for now. We've got Antonescu here for some unknown reason. I'm going to put him there. I just like him better on the depot. That's fine. 30th Corps, that's Breath. This is Reinhardt. Very good general. Obviously, he's 133 and 35 in his professional career. He's got this entire. Where is he? He's 9 of 9. That's perfect. We've got this motorized, but this withdraws at 94. Good lord. Um, I think what we have to do then is take this infant. Yeah, he can't get all the way there. That's what I was worried about. Gosh darn it. But he can get there. Boy, these units are both in bad shape. So are these. I really wanted him to go into one of these places. We got to bring some strength here. There's some units here that are not looking great. 7,000, 7,000. We've got Flieger here that got ripped up. We've got the Hungarians and another Panzer division. This infantry does not look good. The Slovaks have been holding on down here. But man, this withdrawing really, really hurts. I think what we have to do for a turn is put him there, take this infantry. What is this? Oh gosh, that's a field division. Yeah, we got to put the new fresh infantry in there. All right, this is 8 of 9. It's 4th Corps under Hasse. So Reinhardt has these guys and this guy, which is going to withdraw. Reinhardt, I think, is fine on the ground. Infantry, what? Yeah, he's all 7s. Okay, so this needs to go to 41st Panzer, at least for a turn. And then this needs to go to 4th Corps. Welcome to the 4th Corps. Okay. Now, did I already use up all of our damn reinforcements? Probably. Yeah, I put them all up here. Well, we need next turn. We have got to start getting stuff down here. It's getting a little too thin for my liking. If he cracks this, we're in big, big trouble. We can't lose the Romanians because they're going to be holding the Crimea. So if he gets to certain towns here, we would lose the Romanians. Let's get this. Do I want him off the train? Well, let's wait for a second. So we've got this as a super depot. We've got 4th Panzer there. 55th Corps. He's just sitting here. It's Lurch. No, it's von Buenow. He's got an 8 morale, 7 infantry, so no reason to waste him. Just sitting here. I mean, he's actually quite good. Okay, so Reinhardt's got his. 34th Corps. This is Martinic. Martinic, 7 morale. As long as he's just got infantry, he's all right. And he's 10 of 9, though. And this withdraws on turn 96. Wow, we got a lot of withdrawers. Uh, right down here. Next turn, we've just got to, bring it all south, I think. That's going to have to hold this time. And then 4th Corps we talked about. We're still on reserve there. He's still got this over here. Although really we'd probably be better off, taking these 8 of 9 under Naring. This is the guy Schultz who's not quite as good at mech. I hate having the Viking under him, but Vikings in pretty rough shape themselves. Got a lot in rough shape down here. We got a Romanian infantry trying to hold. We've got a Luftwaffe field. Oh, we had a withdrawer right there. Crud on a biscuit. We may have to back up right here. What is this hex? Clear. I did. That's why I was bringing that unit in, and then I started looking at this. I said, "Oh, I actually need him where we had another unit withdrawing over here, over this way." Okay. Oof. 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 My goodness. 10,000, 8,000. We've got to have something that can get over there. These guys don't look great. 56, 66. That doesn't look great. That doesn't look great. We may have to. I do not want to hold that with Romanians, obviously. This is your command. 10,000. I want to keep this in reserve, but now I'm kind of wondering. I mean, if he breaks through there, we got a real problem. 4th Romanian could come over here. He's got like 9389, 61 on the TOE, 11,075 on the TOE. If we go to defensiveness, that's a 7. All told, this is a 27, but they're sitting in a city, Iasi. Whew. Do I chance just having that? I really need to keep that on reserve. Well, I don't know that I have a choice. Reinhardt's at 8 of 9. All right. What is this hex again? It's a city. All right. I'm going to bring that over here, and I'm going to give it to Reinhardt, 14th Panzer Corps for a turn. That's going to put him over quite a bit, 11 of 9. This is not going to be enough to hold. I got to figure out something else to do there. 14th Panzer Corps. Do I go there? Oh, I mean, it's not for points, so ultimately we can, try to reform the line, but gosh darn, that is not where I want to be. We got the cavalry sitting here. Infantry, panzer. Romanians sitting here. We could try to, triple stack with Romanians potentially. I think we may just have to leave it as is for a turn. We've got all kinds of headquarters back here. This is a strong Romanian unit sitting back here. He's a 10. He's sitting in the light woods. We'd probably be better off to have him in the rough, to be honest. Let's actually move him back. Even though I'm giving up a fort level, I'd rather him be in rough. I'd rather this be in rough as well. He is right now in clear. Yeah, let's. I don't want to give up that level 2 fort though, but he's only a 7 there. Let's back him up, and now he's a 17. You can see the difference in terrain. This cavalry, I guess, could come around here and try to help. I don't really know what else to do with it. What do we have here? So this Panzer Corps, he's at 9 of 9. Got some issues here with command. Let's move. Let's Von Bueno. Let's move him up. He's not good with mech, but he can next time take some infantry. But we're just going to leave him here for now. He can't go into that army. How's 4th looking? 30 of 27. We could set this as an assault army, but I want them to dig in for one more turn, and then I think we will. And that's under Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox, operating in the swamp down here. Romanians, okay, they look strong on the rough, right? Much like your golf game. 1st Panzer Army's at 25 of 27. Okay. Von Wettenghoff, he's got his guys right here. Okay. 16th ID is actually a lot stronger than I thought. That's a brand new division. Okay, so this little area right here looks like fairly strong. This does not. I think we've got to take these Romanians and stack them here just for a turn. And as a matter of fact, does he von Buenow? He does not have support units. Naring does, but not as much as I'd like him to. Martin or Schultz, I'm sorry. He's got a lot of mixed flak. Let's take this out and send it to OKH so anybody can get it. Having 2 mixed flaks isn't the worst thing in the world. And let's give him siege mortars. Sure. Because these guys need all the help they can get, including back to Naring. What else can I give them? Anything? Nothing worth a damn. Yeah, this whole area down here is a little suspect. Certainly. I gotta hope the mud gets here sooner rather than later. Arab special back here, that's not gonna stop Jack Diddley, but we gotta have him there. 3rd Panzer's at 7 of 9. Well, we can't really do anything else with that. 7 of 9 here, so we could, give these guys a couple more units. As we get up here, we've got the Netherlands SS and this really weak infantry. Don't we have some infantry I brought in? What the heck? 3rd Panzer Corps. 54, 53, 19, 64. We're getting most of this from fort levels and from terrain because these units are not in great shape, obviously. 51, they had to step back here into the rough, and that at least brought him up to a 51. He is in the clear. That's okay. So we're dug in there. They're moving past us a little bit here. Um, this goes back to 13th core. That's fine. That's fine. Who's 13th core? That's Zorn. Can he do mech? Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. Um, the mountain core. Well, we got the mountain core in the mountains. Although, Kempf detachment, that looks fine. I don't think we must have. Yeah, I was going to say we have to have something else around here. Where the heck is it? It's here. It's here. There it is. We got a whole Panzer division that just rolled off. That's the second Panzer. Um, he could come up here, and I could take this motorized and maybe bring it all the way down here. Now, who has space? That's von Vettengoff. He's 9 of 9. Third Panzer, 7 of 9. That's what I was looking for. Von Mackensen, good mech general. So let's go ahead and put that in 3rd Panzer Corps and roll it all the way down here. Now, where did I think we were particularly susceptible? Maybe like in this area. But we do have this Panzer Division there. Let's get him all the way here, and then I can put him in the line next time. I could also put him like here. I could also bring him by rail if I wanted to, I think. Yeah. But not sure if he could get off the train. Let's not do that actually. Let's just move him naturally down here. Oh, there's my puppy. Wait a minute. That's not going to work because I want him in 3rd Panzer at least for a turn. Or that could be in that Panzer Corps, this Panzer Corps, or this Panzer Corps. Okay, let's go grab him again. And let's bring him down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could go there. He could go here. Or I could just get wild with it and bring him all the way here and put him underneath 48th for a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 of 9, 8 of 9, 8 of 9. All right, he's going to have to go into 48th for a turn. It does put 48th over, but we had to get down here. 9 of 9, 9 of 9. Okay, in he goes. That does take 1st Panzer up to 27 of 27. That's fine. So now he comes in there, and then we can get this Panzer Corps that just came in, move him up to here. So we can help a little bit of everywhere, hopefully. We'll put him on reserve, and then let's find a headquarters for him. 11 of 9, 0 of 9. Who is 20 or 17th Corps? I'm sorry. 17th Corps is Kreising. Does Kreising have support units? He does. So I'm just going to put him in 17th. That works. And then we could put something else in 17th as well. These guys. Let's put these guys in 17th. And then we'll get that all straightened out next time. 17th. You're in the 17th. You're in the 17th. Okay. And now that takes him out of being oversubscribed, and he could even take another unit if we needed it. I just changed 7th Panzer, didn't I? No. He could go into either 17th. Well, he could go into either one of these, right? 17th or 1st Corps. Who's 1st Corps again? Joshki. Well, he is not a mech general, certainly. But this could go into 17th, which would put it back to Kempf, which I think is a better deal anyway. So let's do that into 17th Corps. Fine. Okay, I think now that's it. I think there's nothing else to move this time. We've got our super depot there. Let's turn depot. Oh, we've got depots on. We got a depot there that we don't want to get cut. I wish he could move up one more. Well, it is going to have to stay this way. I don't want this depot to get cut, but I don't think we can stop it. Lavav is worth points. Nothing else out here is in danger other than my pride. Moving up here into the swamp, well, you get the idea. They've got to either take Minsk, Pskov, well, that's really kind of it. I mean, they could take Odessa too. If they take Odessa, I'll throw up my hands. I'll say, well, gentlemen, we tried. We tried. So we've got all of our depots along here. That looks fine. That looks fine. I'm going to go look at the reserves. Okay, those depots, that all looks okay. We've got one here now, there. We're going to try to pull all of this back and make one actual straight line, which will make Anthony Watson the happiest man on earth. Army Group Center. Okay, fine. He's there. Got a bunch of army groups there, or just army groups. Well, armies. How about that? 16th is up here. That all looks fine. Let's look at the reserves very quickly. On the ground. We've got those. I know I set these up to refit. So let's see. That's true. One, two, three. Yep. Okay. That all looks good. Out of the reserves we go. Let's make sure we don't have any units stuck back here somewhere. Not in Paris. Well, let's pull them out of Paris, actually. I wish we could, but we're not in charge of such things. There's the OKL. Nothing's in and around Warsaw. Okay, we got to fly some freight, but I'm gonna get a drink and I'm gonna go to the comments. Hey, what's up, James? M60's here. My puppy was mad. My wife's doing her best. Boy, she's a puppy though. Uh, Jaws. Yeah, well, I remember one of my best movie experiences ever was when I went to the theater and saw Indiana Jones, the original Indiana Jones. Man, was that something. I was a fan for life of movies after that. My dad took me, and I seem to remember we were waiting in line for another movie or something. I think it was sold out, and we ended up going to Indiana Jones. And I was like, holy cow, was that good? Um, I did move my mug. Well, the reason is I streamed Distant Worlds 2 yesterday, and that's the first time I've streamed a game other than this game in months. And so I moved my head over for that game because you need the center or wherever I had my head um, before. And when I started this one, I was like, I don't remember where I put my head. So I put it in the center. Do you like it better in the center, left, or right? Yeah, I'm going to leave it up to you. Maybe I'll put a poll up. Okay, let's fly some freight. And of course, we'll come out to this depot, but we want that running through Constanta. Look at that. When we make it a super depot, Constanta just goes to like a whole different level. 35,000 tons out here. Let's do a single mission to make sure the Soviets aren't laying in wait. 115. Okay, that no transports lost. So now we're going to do multiple missions and launch them. We're getting a lot of tons of freight out there this time. So these guys should be well supplied. We've got a lot of stuff withdrawing, and it's kind of put us in a tough position. Okay, all good. And let's see, anywhere else? Let's just fly some out to Minsk just to make sure they're getting some. The rail still goes through here, but they didn't receive any last time. It at least gets to here, but if we ate it here, you can see everything's coming out of this depot. I just want to make sure these guys have sufficient supply for one turn. I bet you we're going to get ripped up, though, by Soviet air power into Minsk. Let's look at these guys very quickly. Okay, they're fine on supply. No reason to throw away transport planes. We're also, just fine in Pskov. Okay, unless you guys tell me there's something else that you think I should do. James says, would I ever stream Agiod's Napoleon? I've actually been thinking about playing that on the channel. I put that on the poll because those games are so great. Um, and I feel like they're really underrated because, when they first came out, they crashed a lot. They take a little while to resolve the turns. But I love those Agiod, however they pronounce it. I really like those. Yeah, Ifler, I haven't been scooting a lot. Scooching. Yes, you can do the AI do freight missions on things we haven't noticed. That is very true, Kalo. Um, Good point. Good point. We can do that. Um, but I don't think I'm going to. I think we're okay. I'm ready to turn the turn. Let's see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed. Cross everything. Yoga style. I know most of you guys are probably flexible. Cross things. Here we go. Through the air bases. Wolfnor, I put up a poll at some point. I think it's on the community tab there on YouTube that asks, "What would you like me to do next?" I'm not going to wed myself to it, but I like to know what people would like to see. Of course, the overwhelming winner, I think, was War in the West, because people would love it if I just had this as a Grigsby only channel. And I get that. I said earlier in the episode, this whole channel was built on this game at the start. Of course, I love 4X games too, and I'm playing more of those. And there is a wider audience for that, and you can just see it in the subscription numbers and the views and everything. But that's not why am doing all of this, right? It's nice that the channel's getting bigger because I want to bring these war games to more people. But I do love 4X games too. So I have been playing Old World and whatnot. Okay, I better shut it down because here we go. Soviets through their logistics phase, and now they'll go through their air phase. They've taken Kremenets. Oh no! We've lost Kremenets, General. The war is over. I'm looking at how the AI sets up their air because obviously, as soon as this game's over, we will be playing the Soviets. So, just out of curiosity, which air armies are where and whatnot. I still don't know why the game shows you this because of Fog of War. I mean, I guess you could argue we've got recon on this because they're flying missions and stuff. The AI, once again, it must be bombing cities. I still forgot to look at the log because they are losing quite a bit of aircraft. And we're really not running that many sorties against them. But you can see that in air combat, they've lost 39 planes and they've lost 36 by flak. So I assume they're running bombing missions into our cities. I don't know. I should probably find out, although it probably wouldn't change anything. I'm just curious. All right, we're through the air phase. Look at all those Soviet troops. Again, I mean, fog of war. I guess no reason to run recon. I know where they are. Here come the front attacks. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Please hold on, guys. I really do think if we can hold on here, and I don't know why we wouldn't, but anything can happen. But if we could hold on here, we're going to win this game. Okay, let's pause it. That looks good. I like that. Stimmerman says, "You shall not pass." We roll out a 460 adjusted. The Soviets only come with a 229, even though they outnumber us 2-1. We lose 345, 5 and 8. They lose 14, 28, 16 and 21. We'll take that. Just southwest of Pskov. Okay, there's a front attack into Das Reich. Dossreich's going to be hard to take even if it's in bad shape when it's in a level 3 fort. It goes through the blender and comes out a 423 adjusted, 140 for the Soviets. We put 10 to 1 losses on them, and they lose a few tanks as well. Yep, we get scooted back there. So that was 377th Infantry. Only had 9,000 troops in it. It does get scooted back. It's all kind of on its own. Did not look like the mech got put into battle. I've got that on reserve. He didn't move. First and 87th out here in a level 2 fort, a really strong 547. You can see these adjusted scores were very strong through this line now. We lose 62. The Soviets won 95. Not big losses there. Looks like they probed and then said, nah, we're good. They come back for second helpings. Never as good the second time for an attack. They come into a level 2 fort there. Theobald Lieb stares them down. And in a staring contest, that man's never going to lose. I'll tell you that. 629 to 189. 2 to 1 losses, let's say. Pretty good. As we hold very strongly up here by Pskov, and I don't think they had enough strength to attack the city. So I think maybe we're going to hold there. Okay, we're coming down to the northwest of Minsk, south of Riga, if you would rather. That is 256th Infantry Division. I put them under von Senger und Ederlein, not Ederlein, Ederlein, who I had moved over here to take units away from von Manstein because he was oversubscribed. They hold, but we did lose a fort level, so that's certainly something to keep in mind. Unederland did get support units in, but you can see all of this. You know, the Soviets brought 35,000 men. We had 11,000. 67 to 56. Neither one of those are too impressive, but we've got to watch that because now we're down to a level 1 fort. Now it looks like he took out our fort level altogether, 1 to 0, but we held. We did hold, but we've lost 2 fort levels there. Now we get knocked back out of the heavy woods. Now look at this. The Soviets bring 61,000 men, give or take a few men, 796 guns, 69 AFVs. We only had 7,000 men in there. We only get scooted back, though. We don't even rout. We don't even rout. Okay, we get attacked, northwest of Minsk, 1.9 to 1. We hold on this time. They go back into Van Ederland's guys. Von Singer, Un Ederland, goes back in there. They continue to hold time after time, to quote Cyndi Lauper. Okay, into the heavy woods again. Gustav Fenn scared them off with his Halloween mask. We lose 30, they lose 141, 2 and 2. But that's another hold. One to 2.5. Walt Weiss and his guys hold out here. They don't get. Oh, okay. See ya. Rendulik, however you want to say it. He's outnumbered 2.5 to 1. We lose 503, 20. Wow, he was a 17 there. And now they got a little hole here. Now, the whole purpose of this was to hold this off so these guys can get out after this turn. Let's just hope they don't pour through here. They've got tank cores. We'll see. Because he got scooted back rather rudely. And now the motorized got kicked out of here. And that new Jaeger division I put up there just got obliterated. 104,507 here. They were in a level 2 fort. Goes to 0. Again, only a 68 through the algorithm. 3 to 1. We get scooted back. They haven't taken Minsk yet, but now they're around it. They can get around it 4 sides. They're coming for it. We hold there to the north under Recknagel. Okay. We held pretty strongly there. We hold just north of Minsk with 16,000 men, 1 to 2.1. They come back for second helpings, but the kitchen is closed. 403 to 933, 8 and 36. We hold on there. And then they hit just to the north of where we got scooted back. Now, question the AI's tactics here. Instead of taking that tank core and throwing everything it mints to win the game, I guess he's playing the long game here. He decides to attack right in there, 412 to 17, 24, 15, and 38. Okay, 2 to 1 on the fort level. Looks like we've held here at Minsk. We'll see. Hungarians get smoked out of there. They hold here, though. So that's good. I've got Germans that are coming in here. I've got one here near Vilnius. Well, they don't hold now. Adios, see you later. Hungarians, we can only see your backside. 58 to 97. The Soviets have 38,000 men out here as they're trying to close this gap. Now, we've got a lot coming back here. We just can't have them cut us off before we can do it. They do attack here into a level 2 fort under Lance, 105 to 265 on the losses there. We hold here. I think that's pretty damn important if we're, to get all of this out of here. 1 to 3.2. We got to hope nothing just flies through here and connects. We hold here in a level 2 fort west of Minsk. 1348. I mean, both sides took some heavy losses there. All right, we hold here, and we hold our fort level under Hubei, just to the west of Minsk. And then he runs in, this mech unit runs into a good German unit, but man, he's made it a long way up towards Vilnius. And now he's got a, wow, okay, he's really closing this down. We still have a corridor, but barely, barely. Good thing I brought these German divisions in. This is west of Minsk, 49, 293, still a level 3 fort. We hold there. Woo! Hungarians. Audio. Nope, that was the Luftwaffe Field Corps. That got obliterated. And now he has got a huge gap here. If we were going to have a huge gap anywhere, right here would be the place we'd want it, because we got a lot that could come back if we still have any room to come back to. All right, this is down in the, yeah, this is down by Brest-Litovsk. We hold there with a new German unit. The Italians, in their last bit of heroism under von Klug down here, they hold once, get pushed back the second time, but I'll take that because they're going to withdraw next turn. What in the, oh, that field division got obliterated. We only had 2,300 men there. Now we're bringing German troops up into this area, but it's starting to get a little out of control. Okay, here we go towards Odessa. This is where I put some Romanians along with motorized. We hold on there against the Soviet horde. We hold a little northwest of there as well. 1 to 7.8. Look at that. 596th under the 9th Infantry Division. That is a brand new division in a level 3 fort. That looks good. Not many casualties there. It seems like they pulled off rather early. They go back into the 386 motorized and 8th Romanian. We're throwing up a 511 there. That looks pretty. Okay, this is coming down to it, getting down near Odessa. Now this is 21st and 71st Infantry. Altogether, they have 17,000 men. The Soviets are bringing 62,880 guns and 79 AFVs, and we just ripped them up. Now we were in a level 3 fort. It got knocked down to a level 2, but Martinik got a lot of support units in here. Really seemed to mess them up with the artillery. 4 to 1 on the infantry losses, and then he lost guns and a lot of AFVs, 48 of them. Oh, up to the Narva line. Wow, they're throwing me a curveball. 1.2 to 1. This is the first time we've seen the Narva line get knocked down a little bit. It goes from a 3 to 2. Got to keep our eye on that. He's got 38,000 men attacking 9,800, let's call it. A little dicey up here. And that's it. That's it. We survived. We survived. Hey, what's up, Jeff? How are you? James, have a good one. You can watch this excitement later. I think we held on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was really interesting. Into the west of Minsk, the AI is trying to encircle us there. Now we are trying to get out this turn, but holy cow, was that a lot of attacks? And he was moving on Vilnius. I mean, I'm sure the AI is keyed on Vilnius. That such a key location just from a logistics standpoint. So it looks like he was running for that. We'll see how much else broke through there. We're going to take a quick look down the map before the end of this episode, and we shall see. We held on though. I mean, there's going to be no sudden victory this check. Um, but it was by the skin of our teeth. That just makes for good television. So we're down to a level 2 fort at the south end and the north end of the Narva line. Something to keep in mind there. I think I need to get another division up here and put it on reserve just behind these guys so he can jump into any battle and see if that works. That would oversubscribe Lindemann by a point, but I think it's maybe a cost worth playing or paying. Um, I don't know. Something to think about. Now, I had moved the weaker division from Narva down here into these heavy woods. So we've got heavy woods, level 2, level 3. This is only light woods at a level 3. And then the town of Narva is a level 2, got a level 2 fort there. Okay, there it is. You can see now the Soviets actually lost a point from events. They went from 509 to 508. Now, how funny would that have been if they would have taken Minsk? We would have thought we would have lost, and they would have lost a point. I don't know how that would have worked, which gets counted first. But now it's 575 on turn 107 they've got to get to. So, what is that, near the end of summer? Summertime. Let's go to info screens. 575. Oh, that's July 1st. Okay, and then it bumps to 600 on October 1st. That's turn 120. Okay, so we made it. We did it, guys. We did it. Luckily, we got some points. You can see this kind of breakthrough. Now, I have brought a lot of German units up here. 1, 2. I've got this Panzer division here. We're just going to get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4 there at its closest point. What is it? About 3 hexes across. We should be able to get these guys out. And then we can start coming around the edge and trying to put a kibosh on this, right? We maybe even start to think about where are we going to put our panzers for an encirclement? A potential encirclement here, a potential encirclement in this area, but that'll have to wait until after the mud. What's the weather look like this turn? All right, it's still snow on the ground. Let's look in the air by the end of the turn. You can see the rain in the south, and you can see the heavy rain coming in. Now, at the start of the turn, that's not true. It's just cold. But by the end of the turn on April 4th, you can see the rain starting to come, and we are going to hope for a torrential downpour. Then we'll start our offensive as soon as that mud starts to clear, and we'll try to, do maybe a little encirclement here, maybe a little encirclement down there. You get an encirclement, to quote Oprah. Uh, hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. Arthur, did we win? Well, we haven't lost. Is that a better answer? But yes, I think getting past this checkpoint should be what needed to get us there. That definitely could have been worse. That could have been worse. So again, thank you guys so much. Check out some of the other games if you like Civilization, for instance. Old World is an improvement on that. It's also got some Crusader King stuff in it. Distant Worlds 2 is fantastic. If you like Stellaris, it's a much better Stellaris. It's actually a space game that happens to be 4X instead of 4X that happens to be a space game. A lot of good stuff going on, and thank you for all the support. I will see you guys. We're going to take tomorrow off. I'll see you Sunday. Okay? So we'll do it again Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific Coast Time, Pacific Standard. Be good. Have a great start to your weekend. And till next time, adios.